So I was like, the beginning of 2019 is really slow. I need to do something. So I messaged Ryan and Jocelyn. I said, Ryan, do you know anybody from St. Catharines that would be up for playing a night of Songwriters rounds? And then I said to Jocelyn, I said, do you want to play some Songwriters rounds? And Jocelyn, Jocelyn said yes, and Ryan said yes, and Rob would be the guy that we want to get on this with us. So I met Ryan last March.
I can't remember.
Last year,
like a week ago.
It was one of his Songwriters Showcase events, and it was a lot of fun. And we keep touching base here and there since then. I met Jocelyn at a big time talent show in Brantford called Breath of Fresh Air, and she mopped the floor with all of us. She hit the last note of her song. A lot of us got 6 minutes, except for one band. They took about 20.
I remember that.
There's always one.
Oh yeah, as soon as the drums came in, they're like, we can't hear anything! So they started over about 8 times.
The poor drummer.
And then I remember sitting in one of the balcony areas of the Sanderson Center, and Jocelyn hit her last note of her song, and I texted my girlfriend Natalie, and I said, could you ever pinpoint a moment where you lost all hope on something? Because that was that moment for me.
Yeah.
So I'll let, and what's your story, Jocelyn?
Well, I've been singing pretty much all my life. I can remember my parents saying that I was pretty much singing before I could talk. And so I've been in multiple competitions. I lived in Hamilton, but recently moved to Brantford. I've been in Brantford now for about almost 4 years. And actually when I moved to Brantford, my music definitely fell off. I didn't know anybody. I was pretty much on my own, and I didn't know the venues, I didn't know the area, so I was getting pretty discouraged because in Hamilton I knew all my spots, I knew all the competitions to go into, and so finally I stumbled upon the Breath of Fresh Air. And I tried out for it, and it's an online voting system for the first round, and I didn't make it for the first time. So I really got discouraged, but then the next year it was kind of my last little bit of hope. I went for it again, not expecting anything, and then I went through and I got to sing at the Sanderson Center. And just that alone was so cool, and I got to play on a grand piano, and I was just so loving the moment, and I wasn't, again, expecting anything out of it. There was so many amazing artists, including Chris, that were competing against me, so, and again, it was a voting base. The crowd was going to vote who won, and the only people that I had were my family members, so about 8 to 10 people. So I didn't think I had my odds with me at that point. So I just played for myself, and I ended up winning the competition. And from there on, Brantford has gotten to know my name. I became Jocelyn June, and from there on, I've had many awesome gigs. I've played with Chris before. We've done a Songwriters Circle before in Brantford as well. So, and it just keeps on rolling from there. And now I have actually a little one to play with. So I'm not alone on stage anymore. But yeah, so my...
Do you know... Sorry, I don't know a lot about babies. Do you know the sex yet?
No, we're keeping it a surprise. Oh. And it's funny because I picked my name, Jocelyn June, before knowing, and then a few months passed and it came to be, and I got my date, and it's coming in June.
Oh, nice.
So I guess it's meant to be.
Come on.
So yeah, that's my story.
It's almost too cute.